these things are special, you know. You grew up through that era, you know, and it's like, you're gonna hold on to this stuff. You know, people hit me up to sell them things all the time, and I'm like, well, these are all staying with me for life. But I had always collected S shoes. I have S shoes straight from the old days that I bought out of skate stores. I'd say around 2009 is when I really started building a collection, and I had a ton of shoes at my parents' house, and it was just like, you know, one day I'm gonna have a shoe room. And that's what I said. When I buy a house, it's gonna be like the Minnick Matty room, and just chilling there with the homies, and it's gonna be, you know, we're gonna relive those days, because to me they were the best. I started skating in '96, so I've seen it evolve, but that was a cool time because I didn't have responsibilities then. It was just basically go to school and then try to skateboard as much as possible. And you know, you would try to mimic French Fred's filming techniques and editing techniques, and you wouldn't get close, but it was just, it was very cool. It was hard back in the day to really do a serious collection, because you know, you didn't have a job at that point in time, you didn't have a lot of money. So when I actually started working a little bit, this was like the first shoe I went out and just bought myself, where it was like, I'm gonna just collect this shoe. K1's probably what I would say is probably the most important shoe in skateboarding history. That was it, you know, that's what you saw skating around. Everybody skated K1s. That's just kind of something you had to have. You know, it was just essential. You got the Laker edition. Anything Costin Laker is on shoes is just gold. The 3, I mean, the 3 just embodies the Minnick Matty era. The white red is one of the most symbolic. You know, this is when you think of Minnick Matty, you see everybody in that video, a lot of them skating this. Minnick Matty, like I said, you know, it was the whole team aspect. It was so international. You saw all these spots that you had just never seen in Barcelona, you know, out just all over the world. Costin shoes were just so heavily just worn in that, you know, all the riders, McCrank wore them, Rodrigo killed stuff in them. You see Rodrigo TX just skate this one a lot. Looking at that red hover, that you see the rolling straight angle, slow motion, he does a kickflip nose slide down. I mean, Costin shoes, it's more than just Costin, you know, it's that whole era where it's all those legendary people. Kind of at that time, you know, that's kind of when, you know, I really liked S before Minnick Matty, but that's really where it was like, yeah, this is something special. Costin's always been like a driving force on going forward with skateboarding. Throughout the entire time, he's just been like a game changer. You know, you go back to Mouse doing a into net with a switch flip front crook. Costin he's killed everything and done, you know, pretty much what you can do with skateboard. I mean, still doing it, still pushing it, yeah, but it's always been that forward progression. So all of these kind of, you know, are symbolic of that. It's just up in skateboarding, and that's why, you know, I like having this history in my house. And you know, just looking at his shoes are just, you know, so artistic and different. I mean, it's not like you see one like the K1 and it looks like the K2. They're all just distinct. It's hard to pick a favorite colorway. I mean, it kind of changes on a day-to-day basis which ones I like the best. Talking about crazy colorways, I mean, you got a straight gold K6. These are my lucky K3s, passed all 4 parts of the CPA exam in these. This pair right here, call this pair the Ghost colorway. Nobody really knew this one existed. About a year ago, near my birthday, I got a tag in Instagram. So I sent him an offer and I was like, hey man, you know, really would like to complete the set. I would send him like wild offers, and I dropped some cash on that, but it was my 30th birthday present to myself. So there were mixed emotions when I got the Ghost, because it was like, you know, now I'm no longer like actively hunting this, but I'm primarily looking for the Chomp On This K3. If anybody has a K3, kind of this colorway, it's black and gum with a Pac-Man on it, you know, I want them, because that would be all 19. Anybody out there, I'll throw some cash at it. There are other methods now. A lot of it's just networking. Instagram's huge. People will see my shoes and send me random DMs. But yeah, I also, you know, do eBay hardcore. Got it all on my phone and alerts and crazy. And do eBay Germany. That's a big one. You got to go kind of global with this if you want to collect these shoes now. People aren't playing now. People, you know, want this nostalgia, this art, this period of time that. Just a real cool, just epic period of time. But it's kind of like when you hear people talk about the 60s, and it's just like, that was the time. You know, it's just cool. Just a cool time to live through and skate through.